And again, sir, how long have you been living in Muncie?
I guess about 1913, would that be 6 years?
Okay. And you were born in Tennessee, you said?
Yeah. Jackson County, Tennessee.
Okay. All right. And what year were you born?
1894.
Okay. All right. So you're what is 86 now? Okay. Now you were raised in Tennessee then?
Well, I was about 19 years old when I come to Muncie.
So I guess, how did you travel?
Train. In the urban car.
Okay. Before coming here, did you live anywhere else besides Tennessee?
No.
Okay. Now, after you moved, was there much communication with your family?
Well, my parents died when I was young. Sisters and brothers were all scattered. No, I was the only one come here.
Okay.
Very little. Very little communication. Sisters and brothers.
And when you came, they all stayed in Tennessee?
Oh, they scattered. Some in Kentucky.
How many sisters and brothers did you have?
I had 3 brothers and 4 sisters. 8 of us.
Okay. And were you the oldest, or?
No.
Okay.
I had 1 brother and 3 sisters older than me.
Okay. All right. Now, did you come to Muncie for any particular reason?
No.
Just got on train, decided just to do it?
Oh,
Did you know anyone already here?
No, not in particular. I just come here to work in the glass factory. Ball brothers.
You heard about some employment up here?
Yes.
Okay. So, did you get work right away when you came?
Yes.
Now, what street did you live on when you first came?
I come here. On 6th Street.
Okay. And was the home much like this one, or?
Pretty much.
Did you have an industry? Did many people have indoor plumbing then?
Well, quite a bit, yes. Not as much as it is now, but of course we had some.
Did the home you were living in? Did it
Yes.
Okay. What was the neighborhood like then? How were the neighbors? Were they friendly?
Yes.
Do you think there's much difference between the neighbors then and between the neighbors now?
Very little. I got along all right.
Okay. Now, how many times did you move since coming to this house?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know, but quite a few. But as I said, I've been here over 50 years.
Were all your moves in industry, or did you ever move to Whiteley?
No, I never lived in Whiteley.
Okay. In those days when you were working, what type of jobs did people have back then?
One labor, I said I worked in the All Brothers Glass Factory.
Do most of the people work? Most of the men work in factories?
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know.
I guess most of the black men in industry that they.
Huh?
I guess most of the black men in industry, they usually have factory jobs. Let me see. Did your wife work then, or were you married later?
Oh, I didn't know. I was only a boy. 18, 19 years old.
Okay. So you got married later then?
Yes.
Okay. Around, what year was that? Was that in the 30s or the 20s?
What's that? What's the question?
The year you got married.
Oh, this is my second wife. I got married the first time in 1915.
1915? Okay. Was your wife working back then? First wife?
Yes.
Did she do women weren't doing factory work back
No,
then?
she worked in a home, domestic.
Okay. Was that about the type of work that women were getting back then?
Yes.
Okay. Did you ever work in Tennessee before you came to Muncie?
Oh, I was on a farm there, yes. On a farm, I was just a boy.
Yeah. So it was a lot different than from the...
Yes.
Okay. How did you feel about the work here in the factories?
I liked it all right.
Was it enough pay to let you do the things you wanted to your wife and family to support you and your wife? To make enough money in those days? Were there any other kind of jobs that blacks could get?
Oh, I guess it was, but I wouldn't know about that.
Okay. All right. Did you have any big problems when you first got to the city? Do you remember anything?
No.
All right. What was your family like during the Depression? What did you do about work? Were you still working during the Depression?
Yeah, I worked.
Were there were you helped by any government programs during the Depression?
No.
Was there steady work during the Depression, or did you just work off and on any jobs you could find?
Oh, I still worked in the glass factory. I worked pretty good.
Do you remember any memorable experiences during the Depression?
No, I don't.
In general, how did you and your family and friends entertain yourselves during the Depression?
I don't know what you mean, but what I could do with it now, I guess.
Well, I guess it's just as far as people. Well, I guess people go out nowadays, and in the early days, or watch TV. That people, I guess, in the early days had radio.
We didn't have no radio and TV then.
People play games in the house, things like cards.
I didn't. I don't know whether they did or not. I didn't.
Church socials or anything like that?
Yeah. Churches.
Did the Depression affect your educational opportunities at all?
Not that I know of.
Okay. How about moving here? Did that? Or would you?
I said I moved here in 1919. Stayed on here, so it didn't affect me any.
Did so did you finish school in Tennessee, or did you stop at a certain age?
What?
So you went to school in Tennessee?
Yes. Yes.
What grade did you go again?
Oh, I only went to about the 6th grade.
And then you went to work after that?
Well, where I was, that's all the higher the school went.
Oh, okay.
6th grade, finished.
Oh, okay. I see.
Long ways to a high school, and I wasn't able to go in Nashville.
Was there segregation or something in Nashville?
Oh, I don't know what segregation is. It's segregation all over. It still is down there. Had colored and white schools.
But you couldn't go to Nashville because it was too far? They just wouldn't allow
It
you?
was too far, yeah. Wasn't able to go that far to school. We went to go there where I could walk.
Oh, okay.
Do the best I could do.
Okay. They didn't. I guess they didn't have any school buses back then.
Oh no, no bus at all.
How would you describe race relations between, I guess, the relations between the blacks and the whites in Muncie when you first got here? And did black people and white people get along?
Yeah.
Did the Depression affect the way people got along?
I don't think so, no.
Have the relationships among black people changed since you came here? Or are they pretty much the same?
Black with whites or just black?
Just blacks with blacks.
Pretty much the same.
Do you remember any particular experiences you had involving white folks that stood out in your mind?
No. No more than right now. That
Okay.
over at Indianapolis, they're having school trouble over there right now. Guess they always will have. I mean, Supreme Court passed a law to end segregation in 1954. 25, 26, 27 years ago, and it ain't ended yet. It ain't going to. Ain't that right?
I think so, the way these things look.
Not going to.
So you remember when they passed that thing?
Sure, 1954. So it's still segregation, ain't there?
Yeah.
Plenty of it.
Yeah. What did you think about that when that was being passed back in?
Oh, I thought it'd be all right. But it ain't no better than it was before. They passed it, same thing.
Yeah. Did that have any effect on Muncie? Do you remember? The Supreme Court decision?
I don't think it did. I can't see none.
Yeah. Did you belong to any churches, or do you belong to a church now?
I used to belong to Calvary Baptist.
Was it here when you first came?
Yeah. Yes.
Are you and your wife members? Or just you? When you first came, do you remember who the minister was, or the pastor for the church?
Calvary Church?
Yes, sir.
No, I don't.
Did you work up at Ball Brothers until you retired?
No. I retired from the city schools. Fireman.
Oh, you were a fireman.
Fireman in the schoolhouse.
Oh, and they have it in schools?
What?
The firemen, the school board hired you?
Yes, fireman. That is heating the building. That kind of fireman. Firing the boilers.
Oh, okay.
Not fireman like us.
Oh, okay. So you retired from the school board then?
Yes.
How long ago was that that you retired?
1966.
Do you remember over the years any political leaders or anything that Muncie had that tried to do anything, people that tried to do anything for blacks? Maybe ministers or pastors?
No. You see, there's been very little done.
Yeah.
I guess some of them tried, but I don't know about it.
How about businessmen? Were there many businesses in those days?
No, no more than there is now, I don't suppose. Ain't very much now.
Okay. How about was there a main church that people went to when you came?
Huh?
Was there a main church that people came to and went to when you came here to Muncie?
No, Muncie got a lot of churches, still has, and they went different ones.
Okay. Have there been any people in the community that have done things besides ministers? As far as getting neighborhoods together?
No. Not that I know of.
And you again were born in Tennessee, right?
Yes.
In 1894.
Yes.
Okay. What month were you born in? What day?
June 22.
Okay. And you have a sister that lives in Muncie now?
Yes.
Is she younger than you?
Yes.
Okay.
Rasley, R-A-S-L-E-E.
Rosalie?
Rasley, R-A-S.
Oh. Mrs. Rasley?
Rasley Curlett. Right name.
Oh, okay.
C-R-L-E-T-T. C-U-R-L-E-T-T.
Okay. And do you have any children?
No, I have a daughter in Los Angeles.
Okay. And is that the only child? Do you recall a Mr. McKinley who had a barber shop? I think it was supposed to be a real old barber.
Yeah.
Did you know if he's still living?
I think he is.
Did he have a shop here in Industry, or was it in Whiteley?
No. That's it. McKinney?
McKinney.
Yeah, I think that's his name, yeah.
How about, were there any more black barbers back then? Because I was trying to pinpoint some of the businesses that were around back then. Were there a lot of bars or restaurants? Or
Not very many.
how about funeral parlor? Somebody was saying something about a Reverend Johnson had a funeral.
Yeah, he was undertaker.
And it's just one other thing. Somebody was saying that there was a Mr. Samuel Plato. He used to live here. He was a brick mason. You know, he was supposed to be
Don't know him.
from Decatur. How about were there any other? Do you know of any brick masons?
No, I don't. No. That about it?
Yeah, that's about it, sir. So, guess I'll just wrap it up and, well, I just want to ask you one last question. If there was, just wonder if throughout the years, have there been any, newspaper articles from the early days, or pictures or scrapbooks that you've kept?
No, I expected to clear them, but I didn't keep them.
Okay, if have you been satisfied with Muncie? If you had the opportunity to do it over, would you have come?
Oh, I guess I would. I stayed here.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Okay.
All right. So,